Excerpts from the KyoGyoShinSho. 3. A collection of passages revealing the true practice of the Pure Land Way. Passages 1-34. Compiled by Jodo Shinshu, disciple of Shakyamuni. Passage 1. Reverently contemplating Amida's directing of virtue, for our going forth to the Pure Land, I find that there is great practice, there is great Shinran. The great practice is to say, the name of the Tathagata of unhindered light. This practice, embodying all good acts, and possessing all roots of virtue, is perfect and most rapid in bringing about birth. It is the treasure ocean of virtues that is suchness or true reality. For this reason, it is called great practice. This practice arises from the vow of great compassion, which is known as the vow that all Buddhas extol the name, the vow that all Buddhas say the name, and the vow that all Buddhas praise the name. It might also be called the vow of directing virtue for our going forth, and the vow in which the saying of the name is selected. Passage 2. The vow that all the Buddhas say the name is stated in the larger Sutra. If, when I attain Buddhahood, the countless Buddhas, throughout the worlds in the 10 quarters, do not all praise, and say my name, may I not attain the supreme enlightenment. 3. The sutra further states, when I have fulfilled the Buddha way, my name shall pervade the 10 quarters. If there be any place, it is not heard. I vow not to attain the supreme enlightenment. For the sake of all beings, I will open forth the treasure store, and give away universally its treasure of virtues. Among the multitudes of beings, I will always preach the Dharma with a lion's roar. 4. The sutra passage declaring the fulfillment of this vow states, the Buddha Tathagatas throughout the 10 quarters, countless as the sands of the Ganges, are one in praising the majestic power and the virtues, inconceivably profound, of the Buddha of immeasurable life. 6. Further it states, the power of the Buddha's primal vow is such that those who, hearing the name, aspire for birth, all reach that land, their attainment of non-retrogression coming about of itself. Passage 12. These passages reveal that saying the name breaks through all the ignorance of sentient beings, and fulfills their aspirations. Saying the name is the right act, supreme, true, and excellent. The right act is the Nembutsu. The Nembutsu is Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu is right-mindedness. Let this be known. Passage 29. Further Shantao states, concerning the universal vow, it is as set forth in the larger Sutra. The attainment of birth, of all foolish beings, whether good or evil, is always, without exception, by being carried by the karmic power of Amida Buddha's great vow, and accepting it as the decisive cause. Passage 30. Further he states, Namu means to take refuge. It further signifies aspiring for birth and directing virtue. Amida Butsu is the practice. Because of this import, one necessarily attains birth. Passage 31. Further he states, concerning the expression, each living thing being grasped by Amida, a manifestation of the decisive cause of birth. It is declared, among the 48 vows, taught in the larger Sutra of Immeasurable Life. If, when I attain Buddhahood, the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, aspiring to be born in my land, saying my name, even down to 10 times, and being carried by the power of my vow, were not to be born there, then may I not attain the supreme enlightenment. This means that practicers who aspire to be born are grasped by the power of the vow, and brought to attainment of birth, when their lives end. Hence the expression, each living thing being grasped by Amida, a manifestation of the decisive cause of birth. Passage 34. From these passages, we see that the word Namu means to take refuge. In the term to take refuge, Kimyo, ki means to arrive at. Further, it is used in compounds to mean to yield joyfully to, kietsu, and to take shelter. In Kisai, Maya means to act, to invite, to command, to teach, path, message, to devise, to summon. Thus, Kimyo is the command of the primal vow, calling to, and summoning us. Aspiring for birth, and directing virtue, indicates the mind of the Tathagata, who, having already established the vow, gives sentient beings the practice necessary for their birth. The practice is the selected primal vow. One necessarily attains birth, elucidates the attainment of the stage of non-retrogression. Concerning this, the larger sutra states, immediately attains, and Nagarjuna's commentary, definitely settled, immediately, reveals the ultimate brevity of the instant in which the true cause of one's birth in the fulfilled land becomes definitely settled through one's hearing the power of the vow. Definitely characterizes the realization of the diamond-like mind.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.